testing. Hello? Hello? Thank you for your patience, guys. Good evening. Good evening, judges and lecturers and everyone in the hall. Did you know that in total, the number of people that owns a smart and featured phone is 7.26 billion, making 91% of the world's population. Statistically, phone users change their phone in every 4 years in average. Now, my question is, how do we get rid of old phone batteries? These batteries leaks material such as mercury, lead, and cadmium into the environment, causing soil contamination and water pollution. Hi, my name is Sapphire Mojing, and today we will be presenting recycling lithium-ion battery by extracting metal from black mass using metal precipitation reactor MPR, which is our new proposed advanced technology. Thank you for being here, judges. We appreciate your time. And these are my team members, Arif Hanafi, Muhammad Azrin, and also Nelisa Shariza. Lithium is well known as one of the key materials behind lithium-ion batteries. Because of its role in clean energy technologies, lithium demand hasn't only increased, but it has transformed. The graph shown is the world's lithium-ion batteries, or LIB, consumption. So this is in the year of 2010 versus 2021. In the past 11 years, there are an increase of 74% of usage in batteries. Graph showed is the estimation of scheduled e-waste in Malaysia. Statistically, in the year 2016 up to 2025, the estimation of the mobile phone waste usage increased tremendously. There are 4 objectives altogether for handling lithium-ion battery e-waste. First objective is reducing lithium-ion batteries leaves e-waste by recycling metal extracted in lithium-ion battery to promote circular economy. Next is to promote cost-effective solution to extract valuable materials from battery e-waste. Then, optimizing recovery of metal from spent lithium-ion battery using nanotechnology multi-stage reactor. And last but not least is recovering full battery resources from e-waste recycling as an ore mining substitution to reduce pollution. Recycling lithium-ion battery are divided into 4 methodologies. The first step is black mass recovery. Second step is reductive leaching. Third step is metal precipitation. And lastly, metal recovery. Black mass is the industrial term used to describe a type of e-waste comprising crushed and shredded end-of-life battery cells. So we are going to go into black mass recovery. Spent lithium-ion batteries leads are composed of metal including lithium, manganese, cobalt, and also nickel metal. Once the battery reaches the end of its useful life, the battery pack can be collected, dismantled, and then shredded. Next, the separation of black mass and other material using sieve were carried through. Then, magnetic separator was used to separate the metals and remove the non-magnetic materials from the remaining plastic particles. Black mass, which consists of high amount of lithium, manganese, cobalt, and nickel metal, was then bagged and transported to refinery centers. Following, I'll pass this to Arifan.
Okay, thank you, Safaya, for the great presentation. Okay, next we move on to our next process, which is reductive leaching. Reductive leaching is a process to leach metal from black mass in citric acid and hydrogen peroxide media. So after we have leached the metal, we can leach magnesium, lithium, nickel, and cobalt ion in the form of leach solution. So next, we proceed with our main process, which is the metal precipitation process in our proposed reactor, which is a metal precipitation reactor. So this is the side view of the reactor interior, showing 4 stages of precipitation process. The reason why we propose this type of reactor is because a reaction in citric acid media favors a combination of selective precipitation and solvent extraction, which can effectively recover and separate each metal from the leached solution. So this process started with introducing the leached solution at the pit inlet, where the precipitation of nickel will take place by adding dimethyl glycosine reagent into the reactor, and then the mixed solution will flow through the solid filter to separate all the nickel precipitate from entering the second stages. So next, at the second stages, precipitation of cobalt will occur by introducing ammonium oxalate reagent into the reactor. Then followed by third stage, the precipitation of magnesium ion will take place by the addition of saponified diethylhexyl phosphoric acid. And last but not least, the last metal, which is lithium, will precipitate by reacting with sodium phosphate solution. So After all the metal have been precipitated, it will go through the metal recovery process. For nickel precipitate, it will be dissolved in a hydrochloric acid solution and will achieve around 95% of metal recovery. Meanwhile, for cobalt, it will be dissolved in dilute oxalic acid and recover around 97% of metal recovery. And then for manganese ion, where it will be dissolved in sulfuric acid and achieve 99% of metal recovery. And finally, the last one is our lithium metal. It will be dissolved in sodium carbonate solution to recover a maximum amount of 89% of metal recovery. So that's all for our metallurgy process. I pass to the next presenter.
Okay, thank you, Arif. I'm Muhammad Azrin. We'll continue with the metals application. Among all these four metals, as known, nickel has a sturdy and corrosion-resistant properties. It is an excellent metal for coins making. The next metal will be the cobalt. It has an excellent and incredible strength, which also is suitable for making a high-speed tool, such as drill bits and cutting tools. Next will be the manganese. Manganese is mainly used as alloy steel. It able to increase steel strength. For example, of its application will be using in the railway tracks. About 13% composition is needed to make the steel for railway tracks. The last metal will be the lithium. Lithium has a great resistant property and are now used to produce a high-performance multi-purpose greases at high temperature. Among all these application, most important point is recent study published in Joule 2021 demonstrate that batteries with recycled cathodes using 4 these valuable metals that being recycled can be as good as new ones. So meaning to say all these recovered metals can be recycled back to become the raw materials to produce a new battery. So next, we'll continue with the sustainability pillars. There are 3 elements, which is social, environment, and economics. The first one will be the social. When this technology is being projected to bring up into industrial level, this will create increase the job opportunity to locals and experts for further reducing the unemployment rate in Malaysia level. Also, when battery waste in the landfill is reduced, there will be a healthier society with lesser waste. That's all from me. We'll pass to the next presenter, Nurisa Shariza.
Right, thank you, Azrin. My name is Nurisa Shariza, and I'll continue the presentation on the economy side. So the market around the recyclings of LIBs is huge and growing, thanks to the massive productions and applications of LIB. That will inevitably lead to great number of spent LIBs due to the limited lifespan, and also continuously upgrade of electronic product. So in 2019, it was estimated that the recycling market was worth $1.5 billion. So by 2025, the market for recycling is expected to grow to $12.2 billion. So after that, it should remain at an estimated 5% growth rate. So when our technologies, which is MPR, due to its simple operation and short flow, it could help in increasing the growth rate to the higher than average, the growth rate of the percentage. So to put that in perspective, recycling LIB to obtain metal will make them cost competitive with mining them. It is because this present time, mining new raw metals continue to be cheaper than recycling it. So henceforth, this will help in reducing battery metals mining. So according to the industry forecaster named Benchmark Minerals, a projected huge demand of LIBs over the next decade means up to 384 additional graphite, lithium, nickel, and also cobalt mines may be needed by 2035 to supply all those materials for LIB's industry. So when the recycling growth rate increase, the opportunity to cut the number of new mines will be increased too, right? So, which will this directly help in preserving the natural resources? So, moving on to the environmental impact of LIB. Okay. Moving on to the environmental impact of LIB's disposal, which is reactive metal. Reactive metal remains a major concern for LIB disposal. So when the absence of the necessary disposable mechanism, most spent LIBs end up in the landfill. So this will resulting in contaminating the land and harmful. It will make it harmful to the local ecosystem, right? So according to a research made by Observer Research Foundation, which is based in Germany, approximately 70% of hazardous waste in the landfill is from e-waste. So, with the current technology to recycle the LIBs, the percent it would only help reducing the percent to 50% only. So, when MPR, our technology, which is MPR, is introduced, we foresee the percentage to increase the percent of the e-waste hazardous waste in the landfill would be greater, larger. So eventually, MPR technology will help in reducing the carbon footprint as well. So, in conclusion, our proposed technology is aligned with SDG 9, SDG 12, and SDG 13 because of the sustainable and innovation that we propose, and also our proposed technology is help in combating the climate change. That's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, recycling lithium-ion battery by extracting metal from black mass using metal precipitation reactor is one of the strongest topics for today's presentation. And now we will proceed to IRTS Dr. Zaki Yamani for the Q&A session.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for presentation just now. LID is interesting topic. Two questions. Okay, first, once you recover all the lithium, the manganese, nickel, cobalt, and then you package it into another new battery, so is it going to be as effective in terms of storage of energy for the earlier version of the battery? So that's question number one. Question number two, so you have this multi-stage reactor, which is a very sophisticated reactor with 4 types of solvent to extract the 4 metal components. How do you see the carbon footprint in terms of the reaction taking place and also the relationship with what we are discussing today, the sustainability? Okay, so it doesn't match your sustainability. I would like to see your response.
Okay, for question number one, thank you for Dr. Zaki for asking. As stated before, published by in 2021 in Joule, it stated that the recovery from this metal it is as efficient as the new one, and may it be better than the new one. So meaning the recycled metals as the raw materials, it can be as efficient as the new one. Second question.
For second question, the carbon footprint. This process, we call it hydrometallurgical process. Compared to pyrological process, we use high temperature to achieve the reaction state. So compared to our process, this process is very low energy consumption. The reaction is very safe. The only waste that come from this reactor is only the acid waste, the acid solvent lah. So after the acid have been go out from the reactor, we will treat further the acid and we can further recycle again the acid. So there are no bad issue from this reactor. Everything we can recycle again.
And I may add that in terms of sustainability, because there's so many ways for LIVs, and in the future there's gonna be more usage of food and also waste from food. So the reason why we developed our new advanced technology, which is the MPR, we wanted to recycle those lithium-ion batteries and also the metals that we recovered. And so being said, this would sustain us from mining new resources to extract these metals. Thank you. That's all for me. Any more questions?
Okay, thank you so much to Dr. Zaki. So we are now, thank you so much also to Group 6. Please be seated. Okay. Okay, now we are now down to our last group. So without wasting any moment, I present to you Group 7 from University Technology Petronas.